Spark the brain, 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 spark the brain. We here. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. It's the third round, RPB. I don't know if they ready for this one, man. You gotta switch it up on them a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Have a seat at the master's table. We ain't asked for no seat. We went and built up our own. You see, it's rather stable. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, you know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious. The money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we call hip-hop now. It's all relevant. So all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as we play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God mantra album. I hope y'all feel this. Spark the brain, 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 spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. My mind is spark the brain, spark the brain.
The masters, the masters, the masters, the masters.
Peace, God.
Hey, Dad. He's so good.
Hey, man, I got you a new book.
A new book?
Check it out. Check it out. Let me know how you like it. I'll be back. Man, this Bitcoin, this Ethereum ain't doing nothing for me right now, man. Gotta find some new investments.
Peace, God. What you doing?
Peace, God. Good.
I think this book is kind of inappropriate.
Inappropriate? What's up with it?
It's inappropriate because look at these.
LGBT. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that, God.
I accept your apology.
Man, it's a shame, man. You can't even find no decent books for you nowadays without having to have these difficult conversations.
I have an idea. Maybe
that?
we should make a series of our own book.
A book series? That is a good idea.
7 volumes.
7, I get it. 7 volumes. What should we call it?
7 the Super Hey Rude.
7 the Super. Perfect. 7 the Super Hey Rule.
And then maybe we could even make some bundles of it once we get to volume 3.
Oh, see, now you're thinking like a businessman. I like that idea, man. A foundational Black American children's series.
Perfect.
Visit www.godcastbooks.com and pre-order your book today.
Peace. This is the Black Dot, father, author, writer, poet, MC, one half of the dynamic duo, the #1 father and son podcast, Urban X TV. I am super excited about the new release, The Master's Table, by Sincere Love the God and RP Beats. This album is going to be crazy. It's the follow-up to The Spear and The Shield. Already know what time it is. It's got some dope pieces on it. You're going to love it. Also on the album is yours truly, The Black Dot. So you want to go to The Masters RSVP and secure your copy now. They got a bundle package. You get a backdrop, you get a poster, you get the digital download, you get the physical copy, you get a hoodie. The whole process is really crazy. So RSVP to Masters RSVP, and you can get that dope album, I Sincere Love the God and RP Beats, The Master's Table. You will never be disappointed at how dope this project is going to be. Peace.
Have a seat at the master's table. We ain't asked for no seat. We went and built up our own. You see, it's rather stable. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, you know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious. The money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we callin' hip-hop now. It's all relevant to all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as you play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God Mantra album. I hope y'all feel this.
Master.
And you will see what you meant by the blood in the street. What you meant that this place doesn't survive. What you meant on you, colored child. What you meant? Whose blood built this land with sweat and their hands. What you meant? But you know you miss the place. And your memory What you meant? Oh, say of this truth. Oh, anyway. This is not the land of the
Jill's Anthem. Dropping true nuggets.
Of prophecy fulfillment, we gotta be God's children. Yeah, we need to learn how to.
Oh, this don't look right. Oh, that look backwards right there. I'm used to being on this side. I'm used to being on this side right here. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, family?
What's good, y'all? Happy Sunday. I hope I don't sound all raspy, but I was out all night.
You was out all night drinking and
turning up with the family.
All right. What's going on, fam? Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I am the God Sincere Love in the digital building with my lovely co-host, Nicety Girl. How was the festivities last night at the Hidden History Museum? How'd that go down?
Always amazing to be around the family. Let me say that first and foremost. I got to meet my cousin in person, some chick named Star. Hey, she's beautiful. Her husband, handsome, great guy. She brought me my first drink of the night, so she got me started. Thank you, cousin. But yeah, it was just amazing, of course, to be with the family. Dewan B, of course, is an excellent host. I've never gotten a chance to see him do stand up, but just the hosting part and him doing the comedy in between, introducing the comics I can only imagine what the heck his set is like when he's on the mic full time, doing a show. All the comics were amazing. I think everyone in the room had a great time. Shout out to Tariq again. Shout out to Tariq again, one for not just putting this amazing hidden history museum in the heart of South Central Los Angeles, but also, so that everyone can be aware of their history. I was in line with a few sisters out there who was like, you know what? I just happened to see this flyer online and decided to come. So they didn't know, they weren't familiar with Tariq or anything. They didn't have anything to do on a Saturday. And it was three women. They all said, let's go. And she was like, have you been here before? I was like, well, yeah, I came to the first event. I just kind of told them how amazing the first one was. And I expect this one to be just as amazing as well. So it's stuff like that. Like people come out to support when they see their own. You know what I mean? When they see their own, and they found out right then and there that it was Black owned. Like this is for us, by us, basically. So they were really proud, of that, and also being able to come into a space where they can learn more about their history, and bring their kids and stuff like that. So I was chopping it up with people in the line, and so that was amazing just to see a flyer and pull up like that.
Dope. Pardon me, y'all. My goddamn allergies is killing me over here.
The pollen is getting to him. So yeah, it was good. But yeah, Dewan is hilarious as heck. I met his beautiful wife. She has the most amazing skin, by the way. If she's ever watching this, you have amazing skin. I think I'm into skin because I'm into makeup, but she has the most beautiful skin. So I was able to finally meet her, chop it up with Dewan. I saw Afro Elite, of course, my cousin, of course, Tariq, and a bunch of other amazing Black folk in the building. So again, shout out to Tariq for the Hidden History Museum and putting this event together. And I hope to attend more.
Well, shout out to the family. Y'all look like y'all had a good time out there. Everybody was looking good. Pictures and the videos and stuff that I saw coming out. Of course, another successful event. You know what I mean?
It was standing room only. Before it seemed like people were just, because they only let a few in at a time, because they have to check your name on the list and stuff like that, and you don't get physical tickets. So I understand why they're doing that. And of course, security is tight. Shout out to the FOI. So people just started slowly but surely coming in, and then when it got packed, I was like, damn, it's literally only standing room only. Like, I love seeing that.
The FOI, Ramadan Mubarak to all of the family that's participating in the Ramadan fast right now.
That's how you say Mubarak?
Mubarak. Yeah.
I was saying it all wrong, and I'm not going to tell y'all what I was saying. I refuse to tell y'all how I was saying it. But I got the part right.
How you said it? Ramadan Mubarak.
Listen, I got the move part right.
Oh, you could say Ramadan Kareem.
Okay.
You could say Ramadan Kareem, or you could just say Happy Ramadan.
Happy Ramadan. Like I'm gonna stick with that, but the move part I got wrong.
But yeah, man, what y'all thought about that little Jill Scott national anthem joint that we just opened up with? That lady's something else, man.
Yeah, I mean,
she different, man.
Very. We love Jill.
She said, "I'm gonna stick to that too." Yeah. I wanted to open up with that joint because I felt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hit play on that joint. I said, "Ooh." At first, I didn't even know who it was. It took me a minute for the voice to register because they had that little film over the screen, so I couldn't really see it. But yeah, that was Jill Scott. In case you didn't know, I don't know. I guess that was one of her shows or something recently.
She was my first concert that I ever went to in life. Her first album. That was my first ever concert that I had ever attended. I was in my 20s, so it took me a long time to go to a concert. And one, she sounds like her album. Two, her band is amazing. Everyone in the band at the end did a solo with their instruments. I was like chills. You know what I'm saying?
And the background singers, her background singers.
The background. everything. Then the poetry that she would do in between, like I couldn't have been more happy. That actually introduced me to concerts and wanting to experiment them more. And from then, I hit the ground running.
Yeah, that's a high bar right there. That's a high
Yeah,
bar. Your first
yeah,
concert is Jill Scott.
yeah,
Motherfucker, you gotta come with it after that. Goddamn.
yeah, exactly.
Now, whose concert I seen recently where everybody was walking out?
Ooh, ooh,
Oh, I think it was Trina. I think it was Trina. I just
ooh. Let
seen
me see.
some footage. Everybody was walking out when Trina was performing.
You know what? I haven't seen that with anyone doing music, but comedy. And
Yeah,
I
now
went some
that's a
years
hard one.
ago to see they did some ladies in comedy thing here. Nene Leakes from Housewives was the host. I'll tell you this, she was funny as heck just hosting. I felt like she could have been one of the comics because she's legit just naturally funny as heck. But just hilarious. When she got on, folks started going to the bar,
I
like
like Jess
everybody.
hilarious.
um I mean, let me just say this. That night, I was like, "Ooh, her shoes are fire!" Like she had these badass shoes on, but just trying to hold people's attention. People just start getting up, going to the bar. Like people start chopping it up with each other in the aisles. Like it was. She just. It wasn't good at all. Even talking to people afterwards. A lot of people went out to the restaurants because it was at LA Live, and everybody was just like, they should have had her hosting maybe and put Nene on because Nene was hella funny.
Now the host got to be funny though. That's the host got to be funny. You know what I mean? You got a harder job than somebody just come on doing they sent and get off.
Well,
You know what I
she should have
mean? You
set her
got to hold
ass
it down.
down. She needed to sit her ass down. I'm like all
No,
BS
I have heard
aside.
that though, because Corey Holcomb be going in on her too.
And
But
then
I never saw her stand up. But I'm just talking about like skits and stuff that she do online. It's funny to me. But yeah, stand up is
he
a
ain't
different
lying.
beast. Stand up is a
It
whole different
is.
beast.
Yeah. And you know what? In a venue full of black folk, you know how we are anyway, whether it's comedy or music. You got to bring it. And she just, fell flat. It was very, very, it was awful. I would not buy a ticket to this day to see her ass.
Who was funny last night? Anybody that we familiar with?
Everybody was funny. I'll just say that everybody. I was in stitches all night, all BS aside. If someone was off for the night, I would 1,000% say it. But if Dewan handpicked these comics for this last night, like, oh my God, I would support all of them in any place that they are in LA. Like shit was funny as hell. I recorded the whole thing so you guys can check it out on my Instagram timeline. But oh my goodness.
Oh, what?
Oh my God. Yes. 1,000%. Everyone, including Dewan, was absolutely fine. That the whole crowd was in stitches last night. And it wasn't fake shit. It was like real, legit tears, laughing tears.
Tariq ain't do no jokes. No, Tariq ass is
Tariq,
funny
you know
low key.
what?
That nigga's
Tariq
funny.
was actually low key last night, of course, mingling with everyone. He didn't stay in the back. Tariq is gonna be out there with his people. But he didn't hit the stage or any of that. It was that night. I was totally different from the first event, where as the first event, he was on stage, of course, mingling with everyone, and stuff like that. But last night, I think it was more him also chilling and him enjoying the show, but of course, chopping it up with the family in between that.
Nice, nice. Is there anybody that we would recognize as far as the comedians, or it's just like some up and
Yeah,
comers?
you know what? And forgive me, y'all, because I can't think of anybody's names. But yes, they will. They're not up and coming. Some of these people are doing. These guys are doing TV and everything. They're
Okay,
writers, for other comics and TV shows and things like that. So these are not just some, squares that he picked up, that needed some attention. Like these are seasoned people. You can tell by their performances that these are very seasoned comics.
okay, okay.
There you go. Karima White was on there. Stars putting it in the chat.
Kamira
Kamira,
looks like.
she was hilarious. Like the stuff that she was saying when she was talking about her daughter, like she was funny as heck. Yes. And Dewan was throwing away some of his t-shirts and hoodies into the audience. I thought that was dope. You know what I mean? Um, from his incense and ashtrays, website, Hotep
Yeah, yeah.
ish. Y'all can of course get that there. But I thought that was dope in the end that he was, throwing out shirts and stuff to the crowd. That was dope.
Dope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's dope. All right, man. So today, on today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast,
Woke.
yeah, we talking about woke, right? And I wanted to talk about this a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know, some other stuff was happening that we ended up covering. But just as a general topic, because I've been following how should I say? Yeah, the journey of the term woke for quite some time now, and I don't think I really heard anybody touch on it from the angle that I wanted to touch on it from. But we'll see. That's going to be our main topic for today, talking about the term woke and the journey that it's been on over the last little over 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? But
think about what their parents did for this.
what's that?
All right. What?
What's that?
Who is this?
Sound like Tupac or something. What's going on?
Tupac, who is this?
What is that?
This is me?
You on the phone with some? I think she's on the phone with somebody in it attached to her earbuds or something. I think it was, yeah, that was weird. I think she got a call from Tupac or somebody. That's what it sounded like to me. That sounded like Tupac. But yeah, that's going to be the main topic for today. She'll be back in a second. We talking about the term woke and the peculiar journey of the term that I've noticed over the years. And so we're going to get into that. But we got some other stuff going on in the news. We're going to get into. Let me give her a second to get back on here. In the meantime, family, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure that you share this out on your social media platform and let everybody know that we are live. Nigga said, Hail Mary. Let everybody know that we are live right now. You might be watching us on Facebook. You might be watching us on Twitter. You might even be watching us on Nicety's Twitter, because I know we live on Nicety's Twitter right now. Some added features here, so we're able to broadcast on some more channels simultaneously. So you might be watching us on Nicety's Twitter channel right now. You might be on my Facebook channel right now. But either way, what you want to do, you want to head on over to YouTube. You want to type in Sincere Love to God. You want to click that subscribe button, and you want to hit the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes. We do this every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. Also, you can check us out Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Black Business Showcase, where we bring on business owners and entrepreneurs. You can check us out every other Thursday on the Pick Me Godcast, where Nicety Girl and her guest chop it up about the relationships between Black men and women, you know, countering the energy of the divestors and the what you call them niggas,
Those what do you call them fools?
the passport bros.
Them too, all them clowns.
So yeah, y'all want to check that one out also. And I keep on skipping Tuesdays. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. You want to check out the Masters Decoded series. And this week we're gonna be decoding the song 120 Lessons with the Black Dot and Young Connor Don. So you don't want to miss that. Make sure that y'all tap in for that one. But yeah, let's get to some of these topics, and then we'll go into the main topic once we get about I don't know, halfway in or something.
All right. So what we're gonna start at? I guess we can start off with, I guess the main head, not the main, but what's kind of going on right now with Jonathan Majors.
Word.
This is wild. I mean, not surprising. You know what I'm saying? Considering, not that, Black women do not do this, because, after, Meg Thee Stallion.
Is she Black? I didn't know.
So I Googled his girlfriend. You know, there's some red carpet situations with him hand in hand with a, Becky. So one can only
Oh,
assume,
oh,
yeah, one can only assume that that's her, or maybe that's who he's still in a relationship with. Um, they're saying that he was arrested in New York for assaulting a woman who was allegedly his girlfriend.
mm-hmm.
Um, and it was based off of some, I guess, text messages that she saw on his phone. And I'm assuming an argument ensued, and you know, allegedly
Let me
he
let me let,
assaulted
let, let,
her.
let me read some of it from TMZ website. It was updated this morning at 5 a.m. Pacific time. And so a judge released Majors without bail at his Saturday night arraignment in Manhattan Criminal Court. Prosecutors charged the actor with misdemeanor assault, aggravated harassment, attempted assault, and harassment. Majors is due back in court in May. Yesterday they were saying here's what allegedly happened that led up to this. Per our law enforcement sources, police were told that an alleged victim is Major's girlfriend, and according to her, they got into an argument while in a taxi returning home from a bar in Brooklyn. Our sources say police were told the girlfriend saw another woman texting Majors, and she confronted him, trying to sneak a peek at his phone. We're told the alleged victim / girlfriend claims this got Majors mad and that he allegedly grabbed her hand and allegedly slapped her. We're also told the alleged victim claims he put his hands around her neck during this. Our sources say the woman was dropped off somewhere and that JM spent the night elsewhere. It appears the girlfriend went to police the following morning and reported a crime. So
There's been an update since then, as of per Yahoo News. Jonathan Majors' attorney says the woman who accused him of assault has taken back her allegations after he was arrested in New York. So this is a new update from Yahoo News.
Oh, wow.
And that's as of 9:46 a.m. today.
That's interesting.
Very.
Is this like a warning? Is this like a warning shot?
I guess so. He crazy if he go back, which he will. He gonna forgive her. He gonna find some forgiveness.
It sounds like this might be some type of warning shot to make sure this nigga stay in line.
All right, dress coming and some fingernails.
You know what I mean? Well, we already know he about to play Dennis Rodman.
Right.
So the dress is mandatory. You know what I mean?
Right.
But what's crazy?
What happened? Did he not spread his Bucci? Like, what's going on? All of a sudden, they got the hottest movie out because the movie was amazing. Period. The movie was amazing without Sylvester Stallone. Two brothers held it down. Creed.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize until after I saw it that it was directed by Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan directed that joint. Yeah, that joint. Yeah, I like the movie. The movie is fire. And to be honest, I would say he even kind of stole the show.
Yeah, he did. His performance amazing. I'm like, this is a great actor. Period.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see him in more.
And I like Michael B. Jordan a lot too. I think when they both on screen, you kind of gravitated toward him. You know what I'm saying? He's good. But maybe what it sounds like, maybe they didn't have nothing on him. Usually when they blow you up like that, they gotta have something hanging over your head where they can yank your chain. So maybe they ain't have nothing on him. Maybe he was a little too squeaky clean. And so they needed to take a little warning shot. But I don't know, because now more people are coming out. Did you see this? More people are coming out saying stuff about him now. All of a sudden,
about how he was rude to a person that was interviewing him, and she was a woman, and all this shit. Yeah.
No, worse than that.
What?
No, they trying to say like this is a pattern. Look, check this out. And this was posted on Fly Nubian Queen. I saw this morning. Y'all can see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, check it out.
Avengers 5 lead actor accused of vicious abusive behavior by directors following arrest. Following Jonathan Majors' arrest on Saturday, the actor received major backlash online, being labeled among many things a vicious, cruel, abusive human being. The Kang actor vehemently praised for his performance in Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Now that's another thing too. The new The new Marvel movie is called Kang.
No, I don't know. I just saw that when you saw it. Yeah, I don't know.
The new movie, the Marvel movie that he's supposed to be in is called something Kang or something Kangs. Now, that's some shit that the white supremacists be
I
saying.
was just gonna say that. Y'all was Kangs. You know how like we like to
Right.
throw that out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's set to be the lead star of the Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. Now, what kind of shit is that?
Right. Right.
I was like, oh, shots fired.
Quantumania and set to be the lead star of Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, was arrested in New York City for allegedly physically assaulting his girlfriend. Majors and his representatives claim he is innocent, and the actor is currently out of custody. With this news, though, Twitter users began to speak out against Majors, Jonathan Majors' troubling allegations. As news of Jonathan Majors' arrest broke, Twitter users began making their perspectives known about the Avengers 5 actor. Back in February, filmmaker A.B. Allen tweeted about a beloved actor who, in actuality, is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being. There's a particular actor, relatively new on the scene, who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for who, in actuality, is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being, both professionally and in his personal life, and every new viral thirst tweet about him drives me insane. Following the news of Major's arrest, a user tweeted "Now we know who this tweet was about," with a screenshot of A.B. Allen's previous post. Allen then simply responded ding, 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 ding. When pressed on why the user now will not share more.
So that was preemptive right there.
Right.
Before
Right.
these allegations, this A.B. Allen dude was already tweeting subs talking about this dude is abusive and all of this stuff, and he wasn't naming any names. And now after the allegations came out, somebody said, "Oh, so this is who you was talking about," and they screenshotted his tweet, and he said, "Ding, ding, ding."
Is he some moist dude?
I have no idea who A.B. Allen is. You want to look
Because
him
I
up?
saw something this morning as well from another guy. His name was, I think, Chris Evans on Twitter, and he was kind of doing he was actually. I'll pivot. No, it wasn't about him. I'll talk about it
Okay.
because it's the next slide we'll go into.
All right, bet. Hold on.
Despite the public at large seemingly seeing evidence of what was posted, A.B. Allen explained that it would still expose people who have been hurt. The specifics of what I know unfortunately would still expose people who have been hurt and deserve to not become part of some larger media inquiry if they don't want to. So I'm not going to get into the details, but now y'all know what his deal is. So, Society Theater co-founder and Broadway actor/director Tim Nicolai offered support on Twitter and now deleted posts, sharing that it's strangely a relief to know other humans were out there who understand. Nicolai continued, saying that many in Yale and NYC communities, later specified to be 2012 to 2017 graduates from NYU/Juilliard/Yale, consider the actor a sociopath and abuser. I'm just gonna say this about Jonathan Majors and be done with it. Folks at Yale and the broader NYC community have known about him for years. He's a sociopath and abuser, and that is how virtually everyone speaks about him. It's a shame it took this long for him to be reported. In response,
okay, so this is what people are saying.
That's what they're saying, but it's just, timing is everything for me. I don't believe in coincidences and stuff like that. You have, Creed movie that's, again, on fire. You have Michael B. Jordan, who did his directorial debut, on that movie. When I told you guys a few weeks ago when I went to see the movie, I barely could find a ticket because it was sold out everywhere around me, and I had to go out of my area, out of my way to get a ticket to see the movie. So I just, this is another way to sabotage the black man and his success.
So Royalty Gaming, Kang is an old Marvel character that they bringing back. Is that what that is?
I guess so.
And
I don't know.
He says Flash, the guy that's playing Flash, he got several actual abuse allegations.
Well, the white men always do. They always have actual allegations.
I mean, look, how many weeks ago was it when Dana White was slapping his wife up on camera, and he didn't get none of this backlash. He wasn't arrested or anything, was he?
He wasn't arrested, and they started making excuses for him. Well, he was under the influence. They were drinking, and you see how quickly
hit him
they
first.
swept it under the rug. Yeah, and you see how quickly they swept it.
That shit got swept right under the rug. This right here, this ain't going nowhere.
You know what? I've been going back and forth with people on the Shade Room all morning about it. I was like, oh, so now because he already lost some type of endorsement deal. Someone pulled something. Let me pull it up really quick. But he's already lost an endorsement deal based off of an allegation. So I made a little comment. I said, so this black man is losing an endorsement based on an allegation with no proof, no nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? There's more information has not come out, none of that stuff. And so you have, unfortunately, Negroes, black women who's defending this shit. Like, what is wrong with us? Well,
They
not
sleep.
us, them.
Not us. Not us. They sleep. Because like you said, now the girl done came out and recanted her statement. She took back the accusations. All right. And again, Dana White, what did Dana White lose? He's on camera slapping his wife up. We seen it. It's not no allegations. You know what I'm saying? And now he got a whole new league. Guess what league he got now? The power slap.
Right.
That video that you posted. That video that you posted when with the slap contest.
Yeah.
That's Dana White.
Wow.
That's Dana White behind that. You know what I mean? So now he got the power slap. It's a come up for him. But Jonathan Majors, this is your Negro wake up call.
Absolutely. And leave Becky and him alone.
Negro,
somebody
you better wake up.
On the shade room, she was saying something like, why do we care if he's, dating, messing with those, white women, blah, blah, blah. And it's, to me, I can agree with that, but let's not forget Meg Thee Stallion, drug a black man too. I feel like there was so many holes and inconsistencies in that, so it's not just the fact that he's dating one of them, because again, Emmett Till was murdered based off an accusation. And that turned out to be a lie. And that white woman's still alive and well and walking around, and there has not been any consequences. So to me, damn, who he's dating. Should he be? No, that's just my opinion. But you date and love who you want to love. That's on you. But a white woman has too much power over the black man, being able to make an accusation without any proof, and he loses everything, gets arrested, etc. That's not okay. And that's what black women should not be okay with. Where's the proof? I need proof. I need proof. I need proof. We're not going to just take someone's word anymore. Not even the word of a black woman. I need proof.
Right. So is that going into what's going on with Judge Joe Brown now?
That was my next one. Yeah, that was my next one. Cheryl, come on, ma'am.
Some people don't know what's going on. Let us know what's going on.
So Cheryl Lee Ralph, you guys know that she recently, did she win an Emmy, if I'm not mistaken? Was it an Emmy? One of those awards.
Yeah, one of them.
One of those. But she recently came out stating that a famous TV judge sexually assaulted her years ago. Now she's talking about something over 20 years ago. And basically, if you read in the article, she was told not to say anything and blah, blah, blah. She did Angela Yee's new podcast, and she was talking about it on there. My thing is, if you were told not to say nothing then, why are you bringing it up now? She never said a name. So I want to make, that clear. She never said specifically Judge Joe Brown or Judge Mathis, but we know during that time there was only a small number of black judges. So
I heard she specified that it wasn't Judge Mathis.
Right.
She specified that it wasn't Judge Mathis. I didn't hear royalty. I didn't hear that she said that it wasn't Judge Joe Brown.
She has not, that I can see.
And Judge Joe Brown had put out like a legal statement.
Mm-hmm.
You got that pulled up?
I do. He said there's false rumors being spread that I mistreated a certain lady 25 years ago. I categorically deny both the accusations and acquaintance with this lady. Those rumors started with certain identified parties and spread. They ought cease and desist or contemplate a defamation action. So
it sounds, but even when you read his statement, he's not blaming her, because again, she didn't say any names. Right. So he's not really directing that cease and desist at her. He's saying there's some other parties who are spreading that rumor. So being that she didn't name no names. I guess other parties took it upon themselves to make the assumption that it was Judge Joe Brown and kind of start spreading that rumor. And
you know he's running for mayor in Tennessee.
In Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Timing, y'all. The timing.
Yep. Very, very, very interesting timing on that joint right there. But has she made any statements since then?
No, she hasn't. Again, this was just picked up based off of the conversation that she was having on Angela Yee's podcast. So blogs and news outlets just picked up on
they
that
decided
and
to
started
run
writing
with
their
it.
And was running it with it and writing their own stories.
And so the media, they know how to just associate you just by putting your name alongside these allegations, you know, without saying that it's you, just mentioning your name and mentioning the allegations. There's an association that people automatically have in their mind. And then people start running with, oh, it was Judge Joe Brown. It was Judge Joe Brown.
And it's always a mammy. A lot of times, you know, it's not just the Beckys, it's these mammies running around here doing it. Again, if you weren't able to say anything then, why even bring it up on Angela's show? Talk about something else. Talk about the Emmy that you won. You know, now you over here hunting for more biscuits. You think some biscuits, you smell biscuits and gravy, you know, and you know how to get biscuits and gravies is to shit on black men. They know what they're doing.
I would have to see it. I'll reserve judgment. I would have to see it, how it came, you know, how it came up and all of that stuff. Because sometimes stuff just, you know, it might not even been like, you know, it might not have been like no ill intentions behind it. We just having a conversation that led to me remembering this thing that happened, and she didn't go into detail. I don't know. I would have to hear, you know, the interview to see how it came up.
How many white men sexually assaulted her in this business? You know, because we know we know what this business does, and we know about the casting couch and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't start picking that one black dude that may have said something to your funny looking self one time, you know, and you calling it sexual assault. You know, how many times were you on that couch though?
Like I said, I would have to see it. I would have to see it, because I don't even know where she was coming from with that, or how that came out and nothing like that. I just seen the after effect on Twitter, but I did not see the clip or the interview or anything when they was talking. So I would have to see it before I could make any type of judgment. But nicety is obviously on your head, Miss Cheryl.
Because I'm sick of these heifers. I'm sick of these heifers. You know, like black man can't get a break. And we're not saying that there's not any shitty black men out here. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, where we come from here, especially in America, I just can't jump to conclusions. Not if it's a Becky or us. When it comes to accusation and charges against black men, I can't. I need to see the facts first. She said that he slapped her. If you a Becky, that's a big dude. You see those abs on him? So if he slapped Becky, she should have a nice handprint on that mug right now.
Well, in the article they did say there was visible, what's the name? There was visible bruises and scars and shit.
Probably because he was trying. It wasn't on there. He was trying to restrain her because she saw that text. Let me tell you, I'm a female. We see the text, and then what we do? You. And so he's trying to hold her down. She in the back seat of the cab, kicking and acting a damn fool, and he's just holding her. She scratched herself up. She scratched herself up.
Yeah, she hit him first, just like Dana White's wife.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Listen, Rihanna admitted to hitting Chris Brown first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She admitted, and my whole thing is, if you do not want to be hit back, don't hit.
Right. That is correct.
All right. So, moving along. This recently popped up, obviously, because he has finally been found guilty, but it's been a long time. Taxstone has been found guilty of multiple charges, including manslaughter for the role of the 2016 Irving Plaza shooting. He's been locked up since 2016 as well. He never got out.
Right. Right. And they I said that what's his name? Damn. The other rapper, I forgot his name. They say he took the stand. Troy Ave. Troy Ave. They said Troy Ave took the stand in that case. So I didn't see all the details. I just seen people talking about it online. But yeah, I guess Troy Ave took the stand.
Mm. So it says New York State Supreme Court jury found Taxstone, whose real name is Daryl Campbell, guilty of manslaughter in the first degree, 2 counts of assault in the first degree, 1 count of assault in the second degree, and 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree. He is expected to be sentenced on April 19th. And looks like he killed 33-year-old Ronald McFadder and injured 3 others during a confrontation at Irving Plaza.
Yeah, I remember that.
I vaguely remember. Didn't he have like a podcast or something like that he was doing at the time? I remember, yeah.
Taxstone. I be getting him mixed up with somebody else, but yeah, he did. He was doing a lot of lad interviews around that time. I remember that.
Yeah. All right.
I remember that.
Well,
but did you see the thing with Afro Man?
Yeah, and they sued the police department suing him. The hell?
So yeah. So Afro Man, y'all remember the dude Afro Man? He had that song "Because I Got High," that funny song back in the days.
Because I got high. La la
So,
la la.
So the police raided this man's house under the suspicion that there was supposed to be some drugs, guns, or whatever in the house. They didn't find nothing.
Right, nothing.
There was nothing there. And then he put it out there. He made like a music video of it, spoof of them, you know what I mean? And he put the police and them in the video and all that. And so now the police are suing him.
Right.
So Afro Man put home footage of a police raid in his music videos. Now the cops are suing him. After police in Ohio, hold on, close this pop up. After police in Ohio raided Afro Man's house last August, the rapper, known for early aughts hits including Because I Got High and Crazy Rap, Colt 45, decided to make something out of it. Law enforcement had searched his home on suspicion of drug trafficking and kidnapping, but found no evidence and filed no charges against him. He says they kicked down his door, broke his video surveillance system, stole money from him, and frightened his family. Afro Man, whose real name is Joseph Foreman, told NPR in a phone interview that what he did next was his smartest and most peaceful solution. I asked myself, as a powerless black man in America, what can I do to the cops that kicked my door in, tried to kill me in front of my kids, stole my money, and disconnected my cameras? He says, and the only thing I could come up with was make a funny rap song about them and make some money. Use the money to pay for the damages that they did and move on. He released an album with songs about the raid and made music videos out of the surveillance footage. He created merchandise and social media posts calling out the officers who had been involved. That was smart.
That was very smart, and they should throw that case out. Throw that lawsuit out. He ain't got it.
Now some of them are suing him, his label, and a Texas-based music distribution company for invasion of privacy.
What?
4 deputies, 2 sergeants, and 1 detective from the Adams County Sheriff's Office are accusing the rapper of profiting from the unauthorized use of their likeness at their personal and professional expense. I don't think this is going to fly.
Nah.
I don't think this lawsuit is going to fly. Y'all raided this man's house. You got caught on his surveillance cameras. He owns that footage.
Yep.
Your name and likeness is not automatically just protected like that. Right? You're not a public figure or anything like that. So I don't see how that's gonna fly. I ain't no lawyer or nothing, but I'm just thinking like common sense. Like how is that?
Well, they said that they suffer humiliation, ridicule, and mental distress and embarrassment and loss of their reputation behind what he did. Now they're victims, y'all. They're victims.
Public officers in the line of duty has no expectation of privacy, especially on private property. Right. I don't think that's gonna fly. Yeah, that was brilliant. Shout out to Afro Man. That was very codified. The way he spoke in the interview and all that. That was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
codified.
powerless black man. I love
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah. So yeah, I would counter sue. I would counter sue. Because now you're dealing with what do you call it? Pain and suffering.
Mm-hmm. That was done in front of his family.
All right.
What about his mental, anguish?
All right,
So in sad news, Young Thug's sister has passed away. Prayers up for Young Thug and his family as his sister Angela Greer has passed away. There's no details on the cause of her death at this point. You know me, I have to put on my tinfoil kufi, and I just be feeling like, do these people's family members be sacrificed? You have several of these artists whose baby moms and came up dead, or young, vibrant people who didn't have a history of illness or something. Like,
how they saying she died?
They didn't. Nothing came out. No details. No details surrounding how she died. No details on that. But this was just yesterday.
I don't know. RP.
And he's locked up.
Yeah.
So he can't even be there for his family right now.
Yeah. Right.
So RIP to her. That's very, very sad. Mississippi can't seem to get a break, man. One, the water crisis, that happened down there in Mississippi, and now this awful, terrible tornado that happened down there killed, I believe, 24 people so far. At least that was the last count I saw. Yeah, a lot of devastation happening, in one of the poorest Black states in America already, so very, very sad news, and my thoughts and prayers are out to the families out there. As soon as I get any information on some organizations that are legit, that are out there on the ground, that's trying to help grassroots, trying to help our people, we would definitely post that here at Sincere Love the Godcast and also on our social medias. But yeah.
And the thing about it is this too, but they also said that a whole town was wiped out. A whole town was destroyed.
Columbus, Mississippi.
But the thing about this, I was talking to one of my clients yesterday who actually works for FEMA, and he was talking about how hard it is for places like Mississippi, these little towns in Mississippi, to recover from stuff like this because they have no economic base to begin with. There's no tax base to begin with. And so when it comes to like these horrific type of things that happen in places like that, it's almost like it's deprioritized when it comes to the government.
Well, go to Brett Favre, and hit him back up for that $5 million that he got for that little soccer team or thing that he did at the college. So we can start there, Mississippi. Go hit up Brett Favre.
Let me show y'all some of this though. And this is fair use, by the way. I want to show y'all some of this because I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but I'll play some of it. I knew that was gonna happen. Hold on, let me mute it. Hold on, y'all. Let this commercial pass.
Let me send this to the material so you can show his girlfriend, by the way.
There you go. Two of them. Like, that's crazy. This whole town is gone. And we felt like some remnants of it here too, because when I was it was like early that morning, I was woken up by the thunder and the wind, and it was heavy. It was heavy. And so damn. What it said, and the warrant and search turned up nothing. Oh, you talking about the what's the name? Okay, yeah. But yeah, what was I going to bring up? There was something in here that I wanted to.
The actual devastation. Were you going to show photos of the devastation there?
I did. I wasn't on the screen.
Mm-mm.
Oh shit!
That's
Y'all
why I
didn't
was
see
like,
that?
no.
Yeah,
My face been up here this whole time.
I thought I was playing it. My bad.
That's why I
Damn.
thought you were like fair use, but we were waiting, you know.
I thought it was on the screen, y'all. My bad. I got to pull it back up. Y'all want to see it? I got to pull it back up because yeah, I do want to show it. All right, let me make sure this commercial is not gonna play. I'm gonna put it on the screen in a second. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I think it's gonna play another commercial. Yeah, let the commercial go by, then I'll put it on the screen. Y'all saw it?
I didn't.
It's right here.
That's crazy.
Yeah. See, they saw it. I don't know what you was doing. You sleep over there, Nicey.
Told y'all I got home late.
She sleep over there. So y'all saw this already. But yeah, that was the damage out there in Mississippi. That whole town is gone. But all right, let me go back to the stories because there was something else I wanted to tell y'all. Hold on, let me close this out. What was it? Oh, this shit right here. So this man, and we see these stories every week where some black man is being exonerated after 40, 30, 50 years for some shit that they didn't do. And so this man right here, this man right here couldn't live long enough to see justice. Kentucky man wrongfully imprisoned for 28 years for murder finally receives $28 million settlement more than a year after he died.
That's crazy.
More than a year after he died. That's crazy, man. I mean, this shit is like every single week is a story like this. Not every single week as of recent. Like I told y'all, this been going on. I remember in the early 2000s when I was locked up, I had the Jet magazine subscription. Every week in the Jet magazine, there was a story like this. So it's so many black men that's wrongfully imprisoned that they know is wrongfully imprisoned. Mm-hmm. It's like they just wait until, it's really nothing you could do to compensate these people. You know what I'm saying? Regardless to even if he was alive to see the lawsuit, like that doesn't make up for, there's $1 million for every year. That doesn't make up for all of that time. Time is worth more than money.
But too, there's no consequences for, these prosecutors and things like that know they're railroading someone. You don't have the right person. You just want to win. And it's, the black man, unfortunately, is so disposable to them. There needs to be some type of consequences for that type of behavior because he lost his life, behind the wall. You know what I'm saying? He gets out, doesn't get any restitution for what happened to him. And these people get to go on with their families, continue to practice law and set someone else up. I think all their files need to be reviewed, but there needs to be consequences for this.
Facts. And the thing is, somebody really got murdered and somebody really murdered them. So what about those people?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean? This shit is crazy, man. And you know what? I gotta take my foot off of Attorney Crump's neck a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? We be giving them the blues, and rightfully so, because a lot of times when we see some of these families that be
stand right where it's at.
You see, all these families be coming out with the apologies and forgiveness and all of that shit. We don't like to see that. You know what I'm saying? So we be on this case. I'll be on this case. But you know what I mean? Some of these families, he be getting some justice for some of these families when it comes to compensation. Remember, he's a he's a civil rights attorney. He's not a criminal attorney. He's not there to get criminal charges. You know what I'm saying? He's there to get the civil case. And he wins a lot of those cases for these families. And also, he's doing some big things for a lot of our iconic, legendary music artists as well. You know what I'm saying? When I was looking at George Clinton's interview on the Drink Champs, he was talking about the case that Attorney Crump is handling for him and a lot of other artists that's going to really, really upset the whole entire music industry, man. He about to get a lot of these people, they masters back and they publishing back and all of that stuff. And he doing it under a civil rights basis. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give him some props. I pop my collar to him when he doing some things that I could respect. Shout out to Tori and Rain in the building. I see you.
Peace. So
but Nicely ain't giving you no props though, Benjamin.
I just, you know what, like, it'd be the forgiveness talk for me, and I understand that he's getting, you know, settlements and stuff like that. I think for the most of us, though, that's cool. We just would like to see some justice, you know, more justice. You know, the money part is fine, but we want to see some justice. We want to.
But the thing about it is, the thing
I know
about
that's
it is,
not under his control too, but
right. That's the thing about it. That's not his lane. You know what I'm saying? He's a civil rights attorney. So as far as what his job is, he be getting the job done. I got to give it to him. Sometimes I just don't like the way that he goes about it, but I haven't seen a lot of that lately.
He's made a lot of money off of Black Death.
All of that forgive, and hugging and all of that shit. We haven't seen a lot of that lately. So hopefully he's heard the cries of the grassroots and got a little bit of straightening.
Hopefully. So what y'all think about the NAACP Florida chapters issuing a travel advisory telling Black people don't come to Florida?
You know what? I think it's corny. I think it's stupid. All right, because like the whole thing, and from there we can go into the whole woke thing, because this kind of ties into the whole woke thing that we got to talk about anyway, today's topic. But this is just a strategy from the left-wing Democrats to kind of demonize DeSantis and sabotage DeSantis' presidential run. Not that I'm a DeSantis fan or anything like that, right, but that's really all that it's about, what they're doing, because Black people ain't in no more danger in Florida than they are in New York or California or anywhere else in the damn country. You know what I'm saying? There's no safe zone for Black people. What the hell you mean? Don't come to Florida, don't visit Florida, don't move to Florida. Like Florida got some special type of white supremacy that's different than the rest of the country.
Right.
The hell y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? And so again, they're going against DeSantis and his Stop Woke agenda, which, you know, a lot of people say, you know, it's just specifically aimed at Black people. But I think we're getting just caught up in the crosshairs. And really, the aim is really at the whole LGBT agenda that's happening. You know what I'm saying? That's what when they talk about woke now, a lot of times that's what they're talking about. When you listen to them and what they're actually attacking, it's always some LGBT stuff that's being attacked. And we're just getting the shrapnel because the LGBT community has wrapped themselves in our struggle.
I was just going to say that. They use us. They use our history, you know, with America, you know, to align, you know, get benefits and stuff like that. That's all. Right.
And so when they're being attacked, it's like we're being attacked. And then they rile us out to go out and do all the fighting for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so the okie doke that we got to stop falling for is that bullshit. Like we need to be, how should I say it? We have to be delineating basically from the LGBT community. Their struggle is not our struggle.
Period.
We got our own problems. They got to hold their own nuts.
Whatever they got.
They got to hold their own genitalia. Okay, I don't know what you know. I don't want to misgender nobody or nothing, but they're gonna have to hold their own genitalia. We have to stop allowing them to use our struggle and our history because they do not fight for us.
Mm-hmm.
They use us as their mascots just to get resources and legislation and all of that stuff for themselves. And then they actively practice anti-blackness against us.
Right. So
You know what
now
I'm saying?
DeSantis is the spook. You know, we're supposed to be scared. This is another way to push fear onto Black people and to vote, to vote Democrat and
To
get
vote
nothing.
against DeSantis, not to vote for anything, but to vote against DeSantis.
Like they said with Trump, we just got to get Trump out. So it's the same thing.
Right. They trying to create another boogeyman.
Yeah.
Right.
And Negroes fall for it every time.
And we got to stop that, man, because when we really look at the issues, that are being pushed or that are being fought against or whatever, a lot of times we benefit more from the DeSantises and the Trumps.
Yeah, by default.
By default, not because they rock with us, but we're aligned on a lot of major issues. You know what I'm saying? We agree with him when he's talking about we don't want all of this stuff being taught in classrooms to children. We don't want our children being indoctrinated with all this LGBT stuff. That's what they're talking about when they say woke.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're not really talking about us. They don't care about us either. They don't mind throwing us under the bus with everything else.
And they do.
But the thing is, we agree our children shouldn't be being indoctrinated with all this LGBT stuff that they pushing. We agree with DeSantis on that. We agree with a lot of these Republicans when they talking about we shouldn't be prioritizing abortions and all of that shit, right? And a lot of other major issues we could kind of reap some benefits from. And so all we got to do is stay out the way. I ain't saying we got to go out and support them. All we got to do is stay out the way and recognize that this is not our fight.
Right.
Let them fight amongst themselves. This shit ain't got nothing to do with us.
Did you look at the Flame Monroe RZA?
Now, I only saw some clips of it. I gotta watch.
I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing. It was a great. I appreciate Flame Monroe for putting her blackness first above her sexuality. I do appreciate that part. What I don't appreciate is throughout that interview, she was given a lot of kudos to Jim Crow Joe. He's doing a great job, and it was just like, and he was doing the whole, the GOP is the boogeyman, and, the Democrats is who, have us type of talk. So she was on code when it came to the LGBT stuff and with children and things like that. 1000% on code. But that other stuff that she was throwing out about the GOP versus the Democrats, I was just like, okay, you losing me. I will vote for Biden again. He's doing great. Y'all better stay woke. You know what I'm saying? Here, like we are. We're very awake.
And so what the reason straighten any of that out?
He didn't. I think he just left that alone because honestly, that wasn't the topic, and I understood in that moment why he didn't even address it, because we're talking about LGBT and the children and the agendas and things like that. So I understood why he didn't. He didn't say anything. He just let her have it out and start on with new questions. So
right, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's journalism.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that.
He got back on topic.
Yeah. Instead of just allowing the conversation to get diverted somewhere else and turn it into some back and forth and creating a hostile situation for your guest. Somebody who's a guest on your platform, you don't want to do that. That's their opinion. That's their views. You hear
but that wasn't the topic.
Right.
Politics wasn't the topic. We weren't talking about voting and things like that. She did say that she did not get the jab. Reason why is because when the jab came out, she knew who Dr. Fauci was, because a lot of her friends died taking
from
the medication.
AIDS virus,
yeah.
Right?
So she broke all that part down and was like, I was just against it because of that. Her son went to Tennessee State with an electrical engineering, going to school for electrical engineering, did a whole year. They come back Oh, well, now he has to get the job, in order to stay in school. She was like, I told my son, come home. We not messing with that. I
Wait,
appreciate that part.
Flame Monroe has a son?
Has 3 kids, biological.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Damn, what the hell is going on out here?
biological children. Yeah, but guess what? At home, he's dad. There's no confusion. Don't get what we see confused. Don't get the comedy and stuff confused with what he is at home.
So wait, so
He
is
still
Flame,
has his ding dong.
but is Flame Monroe a transgender?
He's trans, but still has his own body parts, his natural given body parts. He has not had any surgeries. Says he refuses to do any of that. He's not doing any of that.
I wouldn't say that's not confusing. That's very confusing.
It's not.
He said he only acts
not,
like a man in the bedroom. That's very confusing.
At home though, he's dad.
And I'm confused.
So at home, I'm taking my wig off.
Look, I was locked up with a gay dude. He wasn't a transgender, but he was a gay dude. He was a flaming dude, but he had a wife and kids at home.
Oh no.
Yes, he would go on a visit. He would go on a visit and be a man. He was a regular man on a visit with his wife and his kids. Fine ass daughter too, by the way. She was fine as my wife. But on the prison yard, this nigga was a whole woman.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I had a deep conversation with him one time about it. He was talking about like some dual consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how it is trying to balance those two worlds and all of that. Like it was some heavy stuff. So
the wife didn't know he was going in prison.
The wife knows that he's bisexual. But when
Andrew Gilliam.
Yeah, type shit like that. Yeah, but again, it's still confusing.
I can't do it.
And so Crown 808 mentioned that Flame was applauding Stacey Abrams.
Yeah.
So now out here in Georgia, the Governor Kemp just passed a law. Do I have that in the material?
Yeah, it's in there. It's for sure in there.
I need to see that.
Yeah, let me pull it up too.
I need to see that.
It's right under tax zone. It's right under the tax zone situation.
So that's above Mississippi and all of that, right? Oh, here it goes right here. Yeah. All right. So let me get this one to y'all. And this is on CNN. Georgia governor signs a ban on certain gender affirming care for minors.
Keyword is minors for me.
Right.
I don't have a problem with this.
Right. Georgia's Republican Governor Brian Kemp signed a bill Thursday to ban certain gender affirming care for minors, joining a growing number of GOP-led states looking to restrict the treatments across the country. Senate Bill 140 will bar licensed medical professionals in Georgia from providing patients under the age of 18 with hormone therapy or surgery related to gender transition. Violations of the legislation could lead to revocation of a health practitioner's license.
Good.
Kemp announced the signing in a tweet saying that the law would ensure we protect the health and well-being of Georgia's children. And so again, this is some shit that we rock with.
Yes.
When it comes to the Republicans, right?
Right.
Now, if Stacey Abrams would have won and she would have been the governor, this would not be the case.
Nope.
Flame Monroe. So Flame, you bigging up Stacey Abrams, but you're saying you're against this kind of stuff. And so this is the thing with black people. A lot of times we go against our own best interests with this vote blue no matter who nonsense. Because even Flame Monroe is saying that she is against this stuff against children. But you bigging up the woman who would have definitely made sure that in Georgia, children could get this type of transition treatment.
Exactly. That's the only part that kind of disturbed me about the interview. Bigging up Stacey, bigging up Jim Crow Joe. It was off topic, but otherwise, on code about children being protected from that. She's in agreement that should be something that the parents deal with the children with, not the school system, and things like that. Now, also in another breath, she was saying like, I shout out to Gabrielle Union and to Dwayne Wade for, giving their child a space to be who he is or she is or whatever. Now she doesn't agree with it, but she's, saying, I guess kids do go through that stuff, and giving them a safe space to be open with the parents. She does not like how Gabrielle was popping her neck, on the NAACP awards. Like, she was like, this is not your child. Like, why are you so, you ain't even gave birth to a child, technically.
Right.
You
Now,
know?
did she say I can't get with this.
Yeah, it's
situation.
weird. It's weird.
But did Flame say that they agree with agree or disagree that people are born this way?
He didn't say that. No, he disagrees that you're born that way. Ain't no. I believe that was talked about, and he specified there is two genders. Damn it, and the only way that you can be you is through a man and a woman. You know what I'm saying? Now he was like, he even told his community, without a man and a woman, none of us would be here. Let's be very clear about that. So again, he said he's lost hundreds of thousands of dollars for defending what's our brother name?
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, yeah. He people, he had stuff lined up. They didn't want to because he defended Dave, but he's like, and also he said most of the hate comes from his community, not from black men, straight black men and all that. So I give him kudos and props when he was on that specific topic.
Just disagree with the politics.
Yeah.
And
He was
that's
on
okay.
code. Yeah, definitely on code. It was a great interview. He's funny as heck. Every time he does stand up here, it's usually like on a Wednesday or a Thursday. I gotta be at work so early, and the shows usually start at 10 o'clock, I'm like, I'm asleep. Flame gonna have to do a Saturday. I want to go because he's funny as hell. He's funny.
Yeah, but what kind of crowd is coming out though? What kind of crowd is coming out? That's what
what? Because so him and the person that he does his shows with him, it's a straight, black man. They do it on purpose, and he said they go back and forth and banter with each other. So the crowd is everyday good people, or maybe some gays in there, perhaps. But I think it's definitely a mixture. I do.
Okay.
And then out here they have the chocolate sundaes. He does do a lot of the chocolate sundaes. Again, my ass got to be at work so early, and it's hard for me to hang on a school night like that, but I would love to see him.
And so
like Dewan has a show coming up, April 19th? He was like, come to the show, I was like, okay. And I saw it this morning. I was like, let me go to the flyer, see the tickets and stuff. It's on a Wednesday, and I think doors open at 10. I was like, Dewan, I don't know about that. I can't do it. It's too hard for me. I get up literally at like 4:30 in the morning. So.
Oh yeah, can't be playing those games.
Yeah, I can't be playing them games.
Can't be playing those games. But Flame bigging up Joe Biden talking about niggas need to stay woke.
Yes, he said that specifically.
So we gotta talk about this woke term. And so I gotta take it all the way back, right? Because and y'all got to correct me if I'm wrong. But the term woke was never populated into the lexicon that I remember before Erykah Badu's album that came out in like 07, 08, somewhere around there, the World War. What's the name of that album? Let me see what's the name of that damn album.
It's on my phone. Can I pull it on my iPad? Let me see.
Hold on a second.
Let me see if I can pull it on my phone.
Because she got part 1 and part 2, but I'm talking about part 1. New America, part 1. And so on that album, she has a song called The Master Teacher Medley. And the song, I always got to give this girl her props. Did it say her name on here? The song features another sister named something Mudrow, Georgia Mudrow. Is that her name? It don't say it on here. And I want to give her props. Let me see if I can find her name real quick. Because really, I think it was her that came up with that hook. And that's my conjecture because I wasn't in the studio, but I'll be reverse engineering the songs when I listen to it. I think her name is Georgia Mudrow. I can't find it right now. But there's another sister on the song. First time I heard Woke was in college. I was in college around 2007, 2011. Right. Right. And so people were saying, oh, we've been saying woke since the 60s and all of that. I'm like, no, I know I've been black my whole life. I don't remember people using the term like that.
I don't remember hearing my parents say that.
People telling you to stay woke and all of that. That's something that became popular after that song called the Master Teacher's Medley on Erykah Badu's album called New America. If anybody could show me in a book, in a song, in a video, or anything like that, in a movie, anything like that with somebody using the term woke the way that we started using it after that song came out, then I'll concede that Erykah Badu didn't make it up. Erykah Badu and Georgia Mudrow. I think Georgia Mudrow, she really deserves the credit because she's not a popular artist, but she did that song with Erykah Badu, and it seems like she was the one that came with the meat and potatoes of the record. So I really want to give her the props. But even though I can't remember her name. Right? So anyway, that album came out in like 07, I think. 07 or 08. And Torian Ray said he first heard it when he was in college, and he was in college between 2007 2011. So that lines up with what I'm saying, right? And so after that, it became a popular thing to say that it just means being conscious, being aware of white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Having knowledge of self. It went along with that type of terminology. Before the term woke, that's what people would say. Oh, that brother conscious. That's a conscious sister. We going to this conscious event. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was saying woke like that until that song came out. And then woke became, populated into the lexicon. And we started using it in that way. And so then what happened, this was in 2016. And I don't think y'all can see that really. But let me see. This was in July of 2016. Erykah Badu tweeted, "Look, I mean, I'm so unwoke till it ain't even funny. And don't wake me up either. Just let me be in my unwokeness." This was in 2016. She tweeted this, right? She said, "Look, I mean, I'm so unwoke till it ain't even funny. And don't wake me up either. Just let me be in my unwokeness." And so I replied and I said, "You invented the term stay woke, queen. Like, what's going on?" I'm like, "What you mean? What you talking about?" I didn't get what she was saying at the time. But what else was happening in 2016? What else really blew up around that time? You know what I'm talking about, Nicely? Anybody in the chat?
No. No.
So 2016, I think, was Ferguson.
Oh.
I think it was Ferguson. I think it was Baltimore, Freddie Gray, Mike Brown. It was around the time when Black Lives Matter first started really, the hashtag Black Lives Matter took off. And then the movement, right? Can somebody look that up to see if I'm on point? Was that 2016? Maybe it might have been 2015, but it was somewhere around there.
Let me check.
It was somewhere around there where the term woke started to get hijacked by organizations like Black Lives Matter, the Democrats and their shills. Ferguson was 14. Okay. But this is 16. So that would make sense where she would be noticing the hijacking, 14. Right? Between 2014 and 2016. Freddie Gray was 2015. Okay, so there we go. So this is around that time. And then in 2016, Erykah Badu says, "I'm done with this woke shit. I ain't woke no more." Erykah Badu come out, she's denouncing the term woke. And I was confused at first. And I was questioning it, like, why are you saying this? And then I started to notice how it was being used by a lot of the Democratic shills. It was being used heavy by the Black Lives Matter types. And when they were using it to raise LGBT issues. They would be talking about gender issues and all of this stuff, telling people to stay woke. Remember when the Black Lives Matter first came out on their website, they were explicitly saying that they were about transgenders and queer
dismantling
people,
the nuclear black family and all that shit.
Right. they put that on their websites. And people was taken aback by that and started getting on them by that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so your what's those girls' name? Patrice Cullors and whatever the other two girls' name. Them, your man Martin Luther King, what's his name?
Sean King.
D-Ray,
Nessa,
all of them started using the term woke around between 2014 2016. They were the ones that were using the term woke. And then you started to see it in media a lot. You started to see it in a lot of these TV shows and films. Talcum X TV shows and films like Dear White People and those type of films that were purported to be woke, purported to be, representing black folks or whatever the case may be, but they were wedging in all of these gender and LGBT issues along with the wokeness. And I started to notice it after Erykah Badu made that tweet, and I was like, okay, I see what she's talking about. Right? And so that was way back in 2016 when me and her had that little exchange, because I couldn't find the part where she replied to me, but she did reply when I said, like, I asked her what she was talking about. I was like, yo, you the one that made this up. What you talking about? And she was like, well, I take it back. And so it took me a minute, but she was ahead of the game. Let me go back to the post over here. Hold on a second. And so this tweet was this was 2020. So a few years later, like 4 years later, I don't know what was going on. Nicole's View tweeted, she said, the way the term woke has been gentrified and bastardized makes me want to learn a whole new language. That was a tweet from Nicole's View in July of 2020. And I replied to her and I said, I remember about 5 or 6 years ago, Erykah Badu said she was abandoning that word. And I was like, huh? But you invented it. And she said, well, you can have it. I don't want it no more. Took me a minute to catch on. But that's what was happening. The word was being hijacked by the LGBT community and the left wing shills. You know what I mean? And so now the right wing has weaponized the term. The hard right wing, you know what I'm saying? The DeSantis and all of them, the Trumps and all of them, the way they use the term as a pejorative, as a code word and a dog whistle for black people, but really they're using it to attack the LGBT community from what I'm noticing a lot now. Right? And so that's the way that it went. It was our term. It went through like this. Lil Wayne and Outkast had a song. Well, that wasn't Outkast. It was Lil Wayne. It was Andre 3000. I think Snoop was on the song. Was a couple other people on the song. But they had a song called Hollywood Divorce. And they were talking about how things start off in our hoods, in our neighborhoods, and it's just something that's amongst us. And then it blows up into the mainstream and becomes so popular with just mainstream America that we don't even want it no more. So the term woke kind of went through one of those Hollywood divorce kind of journeys. You know what I'm saying? It started off as a grassroots thing, something that black people were saying to mean one thing. And then the mainstream got a hold of it and they weaponized it against us. They started to use it for a whole nother agenda. And now
it's like our civil rights movement.
Exactly.
Now it's theirs. It's
the same play. It's the same exact play. They did it with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we do that starts to bubble up, they figure out a way to kind of weaponize it against us. You know what I mean? And the main reason is because we don't take ownership of a lot of stuff. We don't gatekeep a lot of stuff. And we allow just everyone to come to the damn barbecue. You know what I'm saying? And so we be letting the ops come into the barbecue and then they take, they start poisoning the food and shit.
I want to show y'all this. Talking about ops.
So yeah, that was really my observation, the journey of the term woke. You know what I mean? Started off with us, doing what we do with words. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I give credit to that particular song from Erykah Badu. If anybody else can verify for me that we was using it before that, then whatever. But I don't remember that. I don't remember us using it like that before that. So to me,
Well,
that's
this
the starting
also
point.
goes back to us gatekeeping our culture, gatekeeping everything that we create, because these people come in and steal, rob, steal, and kill us for everything that we create and make it their own. And then we're forced to consume it as if it was theirs, And so, and if I'm not mistaken, that's what's going on right now. Nikki the God is actually holding a space right now, talking about gatekeeping, foundational Black American, that term and stuff like that. It's
Shout out to
important
Nikki the
because,
God.
yes, because as we can see, with hip hop and everything else, now the term woke, what's next? What's next? You know what I'm saying? If we don't start, cracking down and gatekeeping, right now, like yesterday, like this is going to continue to perpetuate.
Right. And my thing is, I just want us to be more sophisticated and peep the plays. And we can't afford to be behind the curve like that. Like I said, Erykah Badu was ahead of the game with it. I understand what she was saying, but she caught on to it quick. And then Nicole's View later on, she started to peep game. And she said it like, yo, this term has been so bastardized. Like, we need to learn a whole new language. You know what I mean? And it's real, man, because they watch everything that we do. They study us. They understand us more than we understand ourselves. And they understand.
Imagine if they knew Tut. They'll be claiming that.
The thing is, they understand our power. They understand the power of the things that we do more than we understand it. We just take it for granted. Stuff that just comes from us and comes through us. We don't really look at it as something that as being as powerful as it is. But they understand exactly what it is. And that's the reason why they take it and hijack it and use it for their own agenda and their own benefit, because they're not able to create anything. They can only steal. You know what I'm saying? Again, we the carbon, they are the copies. And so we got to start peeping when we have something that's powerful, and we got to put the gates up around it and guard it. And we have to use it as a weapon for us.
We have to guard it heavily. We got to get into the mindset of guarding it heavily, everything. Or we're going to be the dinosaurs. We're going to be the next dinosaurs around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? People going to be going to museums seeing us if we don't start cracking down now.
And so the new bill that they passed in Florida, that everybody's mad about, I don't think I put it in there, did I? Because there's a new bill in Florida with this whole school curriculum stuff that people have been talking about. And I seen a couple of people in the grassroots doing broadcasts about it. Shout out to Afro Elite. I didn't get to check it out yet, but I seen that he was doing a broadcast about it also. And so I wanted to see, because my concern is that Black people are not peeping the game, that this is not our fight. And so if y'all seeing something in that bill that I'm not seeing, let me know, because when I look at it, I'm not mad.
Right. Well, that's the thing, though, because Black people aren't reading the bill. I don't think. I do not believe that they're reading the bill. They're just focused on what they think it says. Oh, he's attacking Black history. Half you MFers ain't picked up a book since the 60s. Like, stop playing. Like, you so interested in your kids learning. You haven't even fought for Black history to be taught, outside of Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King since you've been in school and your children been in school. So all of a sudden now you care about what they're teaching you. Fact. They haven't read the bill.
Fact. And the thing is, they've never taught real Black history in schools anyway. So what are we afraid of losing? There was nothing there of substance in the first place. So what are they taking away that we supposed to be up in arms about? But I'm seeing this in grassroots Black media. And like I said, I haven't checked out Afro Elite's broadcast, but I see he did a broadcast on the topic just the other day. And so I'm saying, if y'all are seeing something that I'm not seeing in this bill that we supposed to be mad at, please let me know. Because from what I'm seeing, they're saying, look, y'all could teach about Black history or whatever the case may be, but all of this indoctrination about gender and all of this stuff, that's what we not with. And so the problem is it's attached, it's latched in there. So when they're introducing these new curriculum, saying this is the new Black history curriculum, it got all this gender stuff attached to it.
Right.
And so that's the reason why it's being removed.
A lot of gender stuff that ain't got nothing to do with us.
Right. That's not our history.
Or history. That's not our history. That's their history.
That shit ain't got nothing to do with us. That ain't our fight.
And so, shout out to Uganda. I ain't mad at Uganda. Because they're standing their ground. You Western powers do not get to tell us what it is that we can do here in our homeland.
What you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? Oh, they passed the bill, basically criminalizing LGBT stuff there. So ain't no dudes walking around there in no wigs and dresses and being celebrated, basically.
Now, here's the thing about it too. Now, I'll say this. God is in the nuances. I don't agree necessarily that it should be a crime. You know what I'm saying? People should have the choice to live how they want to live. I don't have a problem with someone being gay. That's their choice. You know what I'm saying? My only issue is with the indoctrination, this stuff being pushed in schools and just being bombarded all in the media and all of that stuff. That's my problem. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is gay, I don't think they should be criminalized for that. You know what I'm saying? That's their own sexual preference. That's their choice. So I don't agree with the law part of locking people up for being gay, but I can understand why a country like Uganda would implement something like that, because why are you trying to force this onto my country in the first place? Because you got all these Western powers that's threatening you with sanctions and taking away aid and all of this stuff. It's like you trying to buck break my whole damn country. And so now I have to do something extreme to counter that. So I can understand it from that perspective, but just in general, I don't think people being gay should be criminalized.
Shout out to Uganda for standing their ground, and doing what they feel is best for their nation. It's a lot of shit that America does that's against Black people right here, right now, that I'm sure Uganda don't agree with. But hell, what changes has America made?
Yeah.
Black man been criminalized for being Black all his life. I'm sorry. You do not have, the right to come and wag your finger at another country and tell them what they can and cannot do. Whether we agree with it or not, those are their rules. That's their laws. We ain't got no business over there meddling in their shit.
Facts. So yeah, shout out to Uganda. Stand your ground, Uganda.
Yeah, I agree. I ain't gotta like it. But I don't have the right to also go over there and meddle like a lot of, unfortunately, brothers and sisters from the diaspora in the Caribbean come over here, get in office, right, and push laws that go against foundational Black Americans, right? You would never see us go over there and do that, right? So I'm standing down and minding my business over here.
Facts. Can't argue with that at all. And so, yeah, that was it. That was it for me, though.
Before we go, I want you, can you play that little video that I just put in there from this morning, from the Shade Room with Honey Boo Boo? Y'all listen to this shit. Listen to this.
Hold on, I'll pull that up in 1 second. First, let me give J. Cole some props real quick.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Let me give J. Cole some props real quick.
On my iPad.
J. Cole is one of the realest out here today, man. And so I remember recently, and I think we talked about it on here, there was a producer on YouTube that made a J. Cole type beat. Just a random producer, like a lot of producers do that. They be making beats and they they pick an artist who they think that fits that sound, and it'll be such and such type beat. And so this one producer, I forgot his name, but he made a J. Cole type beat. And J. Cole said he was in the studio feeling kind of uninspired. He working on some music and he wasn't getting no inspiration. And so he went on YouTube and just typed in J. Cole type beat. And one of this dude's beats popped up and he made a song to it. And he said at first he wasn't going to do nothing with the song, but he actually gave the song to the producer and allowed the producer to release it on his YouTube platform so that he solely could benefit from it. And so that was extremely dope what he did, like change that man's life with a simple act like that.
Right.
And so now recently again, there's another artist who was having a listening party in his projects inside his building or apartment building. It looked like the projects, but I I think it probably looked like a project building in New York. But J. Cole pulled up to the listening party of this artist. So J. Cole dropped gems on Try Lily and more independent artists in Queens. So the artist name is Ty Trilly, and I guess he's from Queens. But J. Cole pulls up to the aspiring rappers listening session in NYC Project. And I don't know if it's gonna get any strikes, so I'm gonna mute it. But this is Cole, man. This man's life about to change just from this moment right here. It's a simple thing that
Jay-Z do something like that yet?
Nobody did nothing like that yet. Not just Jay-Z.
You know I'm always going in on Jay.
Not just Jay-Z, but I'm just saying. And a lot of artists can't do this in particular. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of artists just J. Cole, he has carved out a lane for himself where he's able to be among the common folks like this. Like J. Cole just be riding a bike through New York City, you know, like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, everybody can't do this, but you can do things like this.
Right.
If you just, you know, a simple thing like a retweet. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to be in person. A retweet, just posting something on your story. If you see somebody doing something dope and you respect it, all you got to do is push a button and you can literally change that person's trajectory.
Yep, show love.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to J. Cole for that right there. I just had to give him his props. But let me see what you was talking about.
Look at this foolery. And we as foundational Black Americans specifically need to shut this trailer park shit down.
Hold on. I ain't see this yet. Hold on. Let me see what this is. I ain't see this yet. Hold on. Press play. TSR reaction. Oops. Social media users react to Honey Boo Boo's new accent. Oh, Lord. Is she somebody?
Her mom had a reality show called Honey Boo Boo when she was little.
Oh, that's who this is? Okay.
Mm-hmm. She's just
you know what? I'm gonna actually start talking like this. Okay. I'm gonna talk like this every day. Okay, cause y'all think I'm so ghetto. I'm finna show y'all ghetto. I'm God. Because I don't know what you talking about over there. But baby, let me tell you on this actually, you know what? I'm gonna actually start talking like this. Okay.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we good on this side, baby. We good on this side, baby. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you like that, boo. We good on this side, boo. I said, don't start that. So we good on this side, baby.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. I was commenting on there. You may see my comment, and I said it's not giving ghetto. It's giving trailer park trash.
Oh shit. Honey Boo Boo
it's giving very much
head.
Trailer park trash to me. That's not giving ghetto.
Honey Boo Boo patting her head in that video was distasteful. She equates that with ghetto, representing something only Black women do, and which we do to protect our hairstyles while relieving an itch. It's not something people should view as ghetto. Oh God, I can't.
But you have people that will find that funny and like, she over like, no, that's not okay.
She's literally acted the same way she was when she was a little girl. I never watched the show, so I don't even know.
I never watched the show either. I just remember them posting about it a lot of times on the blogs and stuff like that. And even right now, I think she's 16 and her Black boyfriend is like 21 or 22. So this nigga he'll be Me Too next.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, horrible.
Most of the people that talk like that, keep it 100. Most of the people that talk like that are non-FBA.
Right.
Most of them. That's like them. That's them thinking that they're imitating us. You know what I'm saying? A lot, especially in the South. You know, down in Florida and all of that, you got a lot of, You got a lot of non-FBA people that immigrate to places like Florida and different places like that. And that's them imitating, thinking that they're imitating how we talk. Because again, we don't really talk like that, man.
So what happens when we start imitating how they talk? Nigga. Say shit. The hell. What if I just walk around with ashy ankles and elbows?
Oh shit! Speaking of that, damn, I should have pulled that up. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Shit, like stop playing with me.
I'll put this in the thing real quick. Hold on. I'll show y'all this.
Stop playing with me.
I'm gonna show y'all this, and then we're gonna get out of here. Hold on. Let me put this in here real quick. Hold on. All right, here go 1, 2. So it was this dude, the other day from Nigeria that came to the barbershop. Yo, my man was cool though. My man was cool. What was his name? Damn, I forgot his name. I think he says it in the video.
Lord.
But he was a cool brother, but we was clowning. But let me tell y'all. So this dude, he lives in Nigeria. He's just here visiting, right? He only been over here a couple of times in his life or whatever. But he fresh from Nigeria. He over here doing something. But he came with one of my clients. My client been living here like 20 something years already. Right. And so we was talking about because my client, he's starting to go bald on the top. And so I was telling him, I'm like, yo, a lot of people going to Turkey to get the hair transplants done and all that because his stuff ain't that bad. So I'm like, yo, you probably could save it. Go out to Turkey and get the treatment done. Because I got another client that actually did that. And it looks good. It looks hella natural. Like even as a barber, I can't tell that he did anything. You know what I'm saying? They take the hair from back here and put it wherever it's balding at and re-stimulate.
The follicles.
Yeah. And so it looks good. So I was telling him, he should try it or whatever. And so that turned into a conversation about stem cells and organ trafficking and all of this stuff. It just turned into a whole nother conversation. And then my man who was visiting here, he was saying, yeah, but isn't that stuff illegal? Shouldn't that be illegal? And my client, the one that been here for like 20 something years, he was like, nigga, you coming from Nigeria talking about laws? He's like, ain't no damn laws over there where you come from. He said, you got the nerve to come over here talking about some laws. He said, ain't nothing legal over there. And he started talking about the election that just took place over there. I don't know if y'all seen some of the stuff that was going on in the Nigeria election. Like they was literally beating people up, kidnapping people, all type of stuff over who you was electing and all that stuff. Like, nah, you better go in there and vote for such and such, or you're gonna get your ass beat type shit. Like it's wild west over there. And so he like, right. Nigga, so he telling him, you don't come over here saying nothing about no laws.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
He said, all that shit y'all got going on over there, you better not say nothing about no laws. And so dude was cool. He wasn't trying to cap or nothing. He was like, all right, you got that. Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? So I started fucking with him about his outfit and shit, his hairline and all that. I started fucking with him. So let me share this with y'all. I wish I would have recorded more because we was clowning. Man. Oh my goodness. But let me show y'all. Hold on. Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all can see it. All right.
You guys are gonna make me talk?
Hooking them up, man. Foundational Black American hairline. Yo,
he fell out.
Because before he got in the chair, he wasn't gonna get a haircut at first, right? He was just coming with his man to get a haircut, and then he see me cutting his man hair. He like, oh man. He said, you gotta hook me up, man. That's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, man. The way you design this hair, it's so nice. Can you hook me up like that too? I said, oh, you want the FBA hairline? You want the FBA
So he knows what FBA is, though.
No, I made him know what FBA is.
Okay.
I made him know what FBA is. And so he was like, yeah, man. He said, I remember I come to America. He said, that's the first thing I noticed. You guys have beautiful haircuts. Every time I come to America, I always see you guys the most beautiful haircuts. And so I'm like, yeah, that's part of our culture. You know what I'm saying? We keep the crisp cuts. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the culture. So I got him in the chair. I'm like, yeah. So now, you know, you're trying to get you an FBA sister while you're out here, right? Go get you a Black American woman. He's like, how can I do it? How can I do it? I said, I got you, man. I'm give you a foundation of Black American hairline.
It starts there.
Word up. He was like, I want my beard like yours, but he don't got a beard. He just got like some little beard right here and a mustache. He don't got all this, but he like, I want my beard like yours. I want my beard like yours. I said, so yeah, man. When you get you one of them FBA sisters, just let them sit on your face, man. That's all you got to do, man. You get you a nice beard. He said, cunnilingus? This nigga was like, cunnilingus? I'm like, yeah. He said, oh no, you have to show me. You have to show me how.
Oh God.
He joking, but he's serious too, though.
As hell.
He dead serious. Hold on. Look at my man. My man right here. We just hooked him up with the FBA hairline. You know what I'm saying? What's your name, man?
Johnnery.
What's your name?
Johnnery.
All right, no doubt, man. So you like your haircut, man?
I love it.
Yes, sir. So now we gotta get my man to take you to the mall. We gotta do something about this outfit. My man right here. We just hooked him up with the FBA hairline. You know what I'm saying? What's your name, man?
Johnnery.
What's your name?
Johnnery.
All right, no doubt, man. So you like your haircut, man? Yes, sir. So now we gotta get my man to take you to the mall. We gotta do something about this outfit. My man right here. We just hooked.
You ain't shit for that.
Yo, my man had on some corduroys. He had on the sweater underneath the button up. I'm like, my nigga, it was 83 degrees outside. I'm like, yo, my nigga, I said, which way you going? You know what I'm saying? And he talk about he out here, he organizes something that got to do with a fashion show. I'm like, fashion?
The lighting, nigga, the lighting only.
Oh man, yo, but he was cool, man. Shout out to my man. He was real cool, man. He was funny and he was a good sport, man. He knew we was clowning him, but he, you know what I mean, he went along with it, man. He went along with it.
That's crazy.
That's my man. I like her. Come on back and see me because he actually he subscribed to the channel. I don't know if he watching, but he might watch the replays though. He subscribed to the channel. He started following me on Instagram and all of that too. So shout out to Johnnery. I think it was Johnnery was his name. Yeah, we had to clown that outfit.
That was funny. That was hilarious.
Oh man. All right. So any announcements before we get out of here?
We'll see y'all in May 27th at the FBA Expo. Godcast books coming soon. Y'all keep a lookout on that. You can also continue to pre-order the book. Of course, pre-order www.godcastbooks.com. And if you want the actual copies, if you want to see them live and in living color, those that will be out soon. Like when I say soon, I mean like soon. If you want it before the expo, but hopefully you guys, show up to the expo, get them there. Seven will be there. You can get some autographed copies from Seven Heru himself. You guys get to meet the kid, so that's going to be super dope. I can't wait to see everyone again at the FBA Expo in Dallas, Texas, May 27th. I'll be back with the Pick Me Godcast in 2 weeks. We'll be announcing a new co-host. We'll be announcing a new co-host soon. I haven't even talked to Sincere about it yet, so we'll be talking first before I make the announcement. And look out for more episodes from the Pick Me Godcast. You guys know we do that every other week. So we did it on Thursday. So no show this week, but the following week we'll have another episode of that. Then boom, bam. Boom. I'm so excited.
I wish I could make it bigger.
I know. Also, continue to stream as well as cop the album, The Masters Table. You can get that at themastersrsvp.com. Also, get your merch. Make sure you guys get the hoodie. Show up with your hoodie on at the expo, right? Pull up to the table with your hoodie on.
Well, it's going to be hot. We're going to be in Texas in May. We're going to be in Texas in May.
Well, we're going to be indoors. It's going to be AC.
I'm gonna get the t-shirts ready. I gotta work on getting the t-shirts ready so y'all can get the t-shirts. What I want to do for the t-shirts, I want to of course I want to do one with the cover with the same like this, but I want to do one with each of the master teachers by themselves, so you could get the Francis Cress Wilson, you could get the, you know what I'm saying, you could get the Dr. Anderson, you could get the, and for the ones as we do the individual ones, that's the reason why I haven't gotten it together yet, because I'm trying to figure out how we can make it so that a portion of the proceeds could go to whether it's Shahrazad Ali or Dr. Anderson, you know what I'm saying? I want a portion of the proceeds to go to them and their foundations or whatever the case may be.
That's dope. Also, look at my brothers. Y'all see that?
We gotta try to figure it out. We gotta try to figure it out.
And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. So make sure you guys are also downloading and streaming the album. You know what I'm saying? What else? We have, of course, the Black Business Showcase each and every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be no Black Business Showcase this Wednesday, but we'll be back the following. What else we got on? Every Sunday, 1 p.m. as you guys are here today, Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here each and every Sunday, unless something come up.
Yes, indeed. And so Wednesday, me and RP Beats going to be on the Melvin Air podcast. Shout out to the Melvin Air podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe over there. Me and RP going to be over there chopping it up with the Melvin Air family next Wednesday.
Dope.
All right. And Tuesday, of course, we're going to be doing the Masters Decoded with Black Dot and Young Con the Dawn. 120 lessons decoded. Y'all stay tuned for that. And other than that, man, we'll see y'all guys in a couple of days, man.
Yeah. And remember, we are not the master teachers. We are only the master students. And signal boasters for the voices of the new Black media. Peace and Black love.
Hey.
Still you so brilliant, most resilient. We poster children of prophecy fulfillment. We gotta be God's children. Yeah, we need to learn.